Will you? Will you? No one really wants to play right now. There we go. Toggle coordinates. Okay. Sorry for the wait, everyone. Sorry for the wait. Okay. Okay. I'm very tempted to do 2 4/4s, even though I never do. But only because of what this is looking like. Now, I'm very prideful about this. I probably need to break my pride in taking a 4/4 and a 3/4 only, never taking 2 4/4s. But not right now. Oh, you like just going straight for the approach? Okay. That works too. What's nice is that this person is a slower player, so I'm able to force myself to kind of play a little slower. Yes, these are cat ears. I've actually had them for a year and a half now, and I could go and get them replaced for free because I have a warranty on it, and the cord stopped working, so I can only use it for wireless. But my computer doesn't do wireless because it's an older computer, so Bluetooth doesn't work for it. But if I replace it, get a new cord, I can put the cord into the microphone. There's an option for that, and that way I can hear everything on my headphones. I can hear the notifications through my headphones and whatnot. But okay, so I'm not gonna be just go. Okay, so could pincer to help out this stone. If I just go straight for this, it looks like black is going to only benefit from it, just like in the last game. If I back off, what if I do a Kaima? If I do a Kaima, black goes into the corner, R17, I block S17, Q17, S15 for the tiger's mouth with a good shape, and then black extends. If black extends, it's probably going to be high. If it's low, it's going to have a hard time developing. If it's high, at a later time, I can make an approach to prevent it from developing more, profiting more. But if I go this way, then white no. You know what? Just to see if we've got our Joseki down. Okay, so this is good. This is good for me because I'm able to get good shape from it. Black is probably thinking this, I do this. Black keeps me down. So I could go for this, but could I benefit from it? If I go this way, yeah, not Q16, Q17. If I could do Q17, block extend, O17 is for sure. I have the option of going above or below. I'm most likely going to go above. Extends. Atari extend. Protect. Or I could just play this way. I've got two options here. I could play this or I can play this. This I can easily read. Black attach, I descend. Black attach, I do diagonal. That's Joseki. But with this, if I do this, black does that, I extend, do. Black has the option to go for the influence on the right, or to take the top. Black has an option, but I don't like that, so I'm just going to back off. I'm going to do the Joseki I do know. Maybe sometime, Scat. Maybe. Okay, this is another thing to actually think about in your studies, because this is not Joseki. This is not Joseki. There should be a way to punish this. And I believe it is this Hane. Because if I extend, black block, I can't cut because I'm in a ladder to death. So if I do this, yeah, I can only see playing the double, the Hane here. This shouldn't work. So I'm going to do the double Hane. We'll see how this works. We'll see how this goes. If black cuts me off, I can take the corner, and white and black will be floating. Black stones will be light, and this will be disconnected, the R13, but I think I'll be okay. So this is something I'm going to look at, whether it be right after this game or on my own time. This is something I'm going to study right after. Well, at some point today. Because this may or may not be the right answer, and I just don't know. And I'm not going to pull up Josekipedia right now. But yeah, black can either take the corner or have light stones. Or both. If black takes the corner, it'll be really small. Black has more options with the cuts, so I usually don't play those, huh? He's really, really thinking about this. I need to stop saying he because I don't know if they're a boy or a girl. Okay, so they go straight for the cut. Okay. I'll be okay with this result. If black plays that, yeah, I play this, and now I don't have to worry about this group on the side. I could be very mean and just take S18. Actually, this would be the better move than just taking the stone. So I could play this, and black won't necessarily be alive. That, and it's a corner. So I will extend. So I actually believe this is a very good result for me, because in the actual Joseki, black would have the corner, and I would actually have a little bit of an endgame problem. Okay, I could play this or I can play this. And I'm going to connect. So more solid territory for me. Okay, so black does have some... Black can live locally in Gote. If I get a move in, it's only one, maybe. It's a one eye in Gote. So I shouldn't focus on just killing the black group. I should worry about surrounding it or just taking the bigger points. Because this stone is kind of a bit close to these stones. But I benefited. I got good solid territory. Black didn't. So I'm good. I'm good with this. My group is nice and strong. And played out just like a Josecupedia. Okay. So maybe this is a good variation. I just don't realize it. But I believe that... Okay, I want to jump. But I won't. I'm just going to surround this group. I'm telling black it is not alive yet. Okay, so this is also... I brought this up before too. I'm able to benefit from this. Slightly good for white. Okay. I'm able to benefit from this, and black's not exactly alive yet. So I will extend. I'm preventing black from developing, gaining profit, gaining territory, while building my own territory. Okay. Okay, that's fair. Thank you for the follow, Mega. I will extend again. And then I can jump out. But how? I still want to tell black that it's not alive yet here. But I shouldn't worry about only killing, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna extend. Make sure I don't get surrounded. And it's still threat. I shouldn't only focus on surrounding the black group though. But if black here if black plays anything other than the corners, I'm going to play the corners. Specifically, the bottom left. That's the biggest part of the board, in my opinion. I could play something like R5 or R6 to develop the right side, but it's third line territory. Well, the stones are on the third line. So yeah, third line territory. So it's not necessarily going to develop all that much. But if I get moves in like P12 and N12 to surround the group, then I'd consider playing that. Yeah, surrounding while strengthening your own groups doesn't seem bad at all. Yeah, it definitely doesn't. Okay. Don't worry. We'll go over it for you, Nana, afterwards. We'll go over it with you. So, very, very Gote. I could build up in my own territory, or I can go straight for this corner. I'm not too worried about the clamp here. If black clamps, I'm not too worried about it right now. Plenty of room to oh, I'm low on time, aren't I? Yeah, 3 minutes for 12 moves. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go straight. I'm gonna go low, because if I go high, it's more influential, but I want territory. I'm going territorial right now. Okay, if I go this way, black is getting third line territory. I'm giving black territory, but I'm able to attack this stone just like in the previous game, but I'm not going to make the mistake of trying to attach here. I'm going to go straight for the pincer. So I like that idea, but if black goes for the crosscut, the question is, do we know the Joseki for it? Okay, so we're going for the wall. Black jumps. Okay. More of a wall for me for influence. This is much nicer for me. It's better shape. Okay, I want to play this, because if I just play this like I did in the last game, black will just jump out, and this kind of is in trouble. So, also with the L13 on board, some influence doesn't seem like it could hurt. That is true. That is very true. I will go ahead and pincer this now. If black tries to do something here, I'll be okay. I will jump. I will shoulder hit. This is not looking good for black right now. If black does live, you're gonna... This is really nice for white to have the option to invade the corner. So this is even better for white. But it is bigger to live in the area that black is trying to live in, so it's understandable. But if black was worried about the G3 stone, M3 was a mistake. Allowing me to surround the black stones like that, not good. And I can't be cut. My stones are all connected. And L13 is a ladder breaker. So I'm okay. Okay. Okay, so locally, black can't get two eyes on the bottom here. If black plays J2, I block at K2. Oh, actually, yeah, it can. But again, don't need to worry too much on killing. Just surrounding. Because if I get this surrounded and I make this extension, just imagine what kind of influence I can get. And I've already got territory. Black's living very small here and going to on the left as well. And I can take... Yeah, I'm just going to worry about surrounding. Because black will end in Gote. So I can play R5 next. Okay. Dying here. Okay. This makes me stronger to attack this. The cut doesn't worry me. Yeah, black did need another move. Actually, I think I can still kill the black group. Thank you for the follow, Zay. Didn't you follow already earlier? I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm curious to see, but I believe I can kill off this group. Okay. Okay. Okay, so black, okay, black does live locally. Okay. Then I will go ahead. I want to play aggressively towards this, but actually no. E5 wouldn't help. E5 doesn't give black an eye. If black played E5, I would play F5. If black plays the Atari at F6, I would play the double Atari at E6. Black takes, I cap at F7. But then, yeah, black would get an eye at H4. So technically, black actually didn't need to play this variation. We'll play that stone. Okay, just keep black small. If I can get this, oh, this makes this knight's move. It makes it look, ooh. All right. Thanks for joining, Zay. We will see you next time. I will go for the corner. I will do this. Good. Okay. Then I'm actually going to play this now. I'm going to play this now. I'm going to reiterate that, yeah, so that's okay. I'm not worried about black connecting underneath, so I'll just build up. And it actually does threaten to play R18 to get rid of the eyes, to play M18. But I'm not worried about that right now. It would be far too small if black played there. And black would live anyway, so I'm just going to take the bigger points. Bigger points. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So. This is interesting. I almost want to back off instead of cap. Because if I just play here... No, I'll cap. That way I'm gaining influence for the middle. Yeah, would you mind if I live here? That doesn't threaten anything. So I'll play this. I'm not worried about the cut. But I am worried about a few other things. So if I play this, the cut still doesn't do anything for black. Well, actually, no. Just in general, I don't have to kill black. The black groups, because I'm look at all of this potential I'm getting in the middle. I'll just block. Should I just go for the influence, let black live? I'm tempted to play this, but then my influence breaks. So I'm not too worried about black living then. I'll just play down here because I actually want to make sure that the groups are connected. So this is huge. Black didn't get very much, and I got all of this influence potential. And I didn't have to kill the black group. So, sure, to actually answer the... Oh, wow. You know what? I don't need too much. This is fine. Yeah, black hardly has anything. Play this. Actually, it's kind of small, but you know what? It's fine. I'll just keep taking points. I'll jump because it's still threatening this group. Yeah, I'll just back off here, make sure I'm connected. I can still reduce a lot in this right area. I'll play this. This is fine with me. Because I still have some stones to go about with this. I so badly just want to play this. This may have been a bit too much, actually, to give black. I'll just play this. Okay. I still feel I can do something to this middle group of blacks. But okay, so I need a count. Actually, N8 is huge now as well. Let me guess you're gonna poke. I'm not gonna worry about that. Instead, I'm gonna play this. But I want to surround the middle group, actually. So badly. And I could do it. I believe I could do it. And then I'm gonna play here. I'm telling black that they're not alive yet. I'm gonna go for this ko. I could probably almost sacrifice anything and this will still be bigger. Yeah, black doesn't really have any good threats. Yeah, I don't see any threats for black, except maybe peep in through here, but that won't be enough. Oh, black resigned. Okay, so for Nana first, we're gonna look at that opening. Thanks, Just Garrett. I'm actually winning, but I am still doing fairly interestingly in the opening. Yeah, poor black. So first, I'm going to show Nana what happened at the beginning. So we had this opening, just like we kind of talked about it when we were talking about Joseki, with high approach, low tight pincer. But I decided to jump out because I believed that if I were to try doing something like this, that black would go straight for the influence, and I did not like that. It looked far too profitable for black, especially if black gets in a move like this. It's pretty nice for black, although black probably might play this because it's bigger. It reduces my potential to build on the left. While if I invade in here, black can only profit in some kind of way. And I don't get very much at all. But that's my take of it. And the top is still invadable and whatnot. So I didn't like that. And I didn't like this either because it was pretty much the same thing. Or something like that. And black just getting the influence. So I said I would prevent that from happening and keep black to the corner. Now this is the common Joseki for this. And then black keeps the corner. Because there is a problem in this area for later, like Yosei. We've got this variation. Black is able to crawl in a little bit on the bottom. It's really nice Yosei as well. So, and this is to make sure that black is alive in the corner. So this is what I was expecting to happen. However, black didn't. Black decided to crawl underneath. Oh, I apologize. The coordinates aren't up again. So there's I really wasn't sure what to do, but if this happened, this ladder just doesn't work for white, so that wouldn't work. I can't cut. If I were to play this, I mean, this probably wouldn't happen. Black actually could just extend out. But white's shape is horrible in this situation. So my only other option is to really do the Hane. If black did this, I would take the corner. Well, actually, black could still keep the corner, but black has some trouble. Actually, I could do this to build. Anyway, it would have. I think someone said that there was something like this on Josekipedia. So I extended when black played this Atari. Black plays here. I can't extend because then black can extend and there's nothing I can do. So I have to sacrifice the stone and then I extend. And black does that. So this is what happens in the corner. Until black I-17, L-17. Okay, so this is a variation that's on Josekipedia. Okay, that's good to know. I actually did a variation without looking. So, and it was also mentioned before that this is slightly good for white. And I mean, I do agree with that because let's say, black plays elsewhere. Locally, if white plays here, black doesn't have two eyes. It's a miai for this spot. So locally, white stones are light. So that's why I was consistently bringing up the fact that I wanted to be clear to black that it wasn't alive yet. So I did the diagonal. Black does that. And never do this as black. I'd probably suggest just jumping. Because this way, in the end of the game, all of these points to the sides of white are dame. It's all dame. There's nothing that can be done for white. Well, in that area for points. And this only helps white to be stronger to surround this group. So I would suggest a jump instead. But when black got that in and I got the jump in, black, I believe, still needs to get another jump in because my group still needs attention. And I'm not going to play this. I mean, that's just far too slow. I have a group to worry about. It's just more dame. No, I don't need to play that. I don't know what I would play, honestly. A jump? But at any time, black can play this to benefit greatly. So actually, I might need to play something like that as well. But this was just too small, the corner. So then we see this. But yeah, here, the correct way to go about this is to jump after the second stone. Whoops. Black doesn't die here. It just doesn't happen. Just doesn't work. Black will still be alive. So black can happily block that in that direction. That and, I mean, if originally, if this were to happen, I'd play this. But if white played this, if black played this, then, I mean, in general, this would be massive for black. Or something of the sort. I mean, anything can happen in the game. So when black plays this, I have an extra stone. Because usually 2 or 3 stones in itself, if it were just this, that in itself just looks really bad. And this in itself is still slightly bad looking, in my opinion. This is all in my opinion. But with 4, it just looks so much nicer. There's so much more potential for white to do something about this. But anyway, so the only other, the main things I wanted to bring up actually was this. I actually could play this in Sente. Let's say black does this. And then I play here. If black wants to do the same thing, actually this is exactly the same thing. Okay, so actually this might have been the mistake. Other than the moyo. Aggressively, I might play this. And then basically Miai for this. I'd play like this. I don't know, something like this to happen. I don't know. Because anything can happen. I'd have to do something. I don't know, it would get pretty messy. I probably would have preferred this, because if black tries to do any kind of reduction, I can easily just block. So I easily should have just done this. I was just overthinking it, because this is just too small a space to try reducing from. I mean, black can maybe do this, but I can still play this for this influence in the middle. And if black does that, I can prevent this possibility so that this is even deader. But then I can play a big move over here. So I didn't know what to do here. I thought I'd be okay with this, but I didn't read it out. I did bad there. What I could have done was this, and then play this. That way it's not even co. Actually, if black did exactly this, then it's not even an I. Well, it's an I in gote. But then black does have chances to get around and whatnot. So, And this is only 3 or 4 more points than if I had just done this. Because at the end of the game, I only got the 1 stone and I got a few points here. So if I just went for this influence, that probably would have just been better. And this works for me now, actually, so I can do this. And black actually still has some trouble. So black's option would probably just be to do this. But anyway. And then I'd probably take something big. Actually, where's the score estimator on this thing? Estimate score. This thing says white leads by 4.5. But it's including white having territory in the upper right, black having territory in the bottom left, and black having territory on the bottom left. So all I really have to do is stuff like this, just simple reducing. This would be huge as well. This threatens. Actually, that first. A poke in here. Yeah, anyway, I'm just kind of going on about just on and on with the review, so I do apologize if it's just boring some people. But I mean, at this point, I mean, the score estimator is probably going to be in white's favor for sure. Yeah, white leads by 29, all from a few reductions like this. So yeah, I should have counted better with this upper left area, because this was just too small. I didn't need to worry so much about it. I mean, if in the end black gets something like this in, I mean, I'm still alive. But yeah. Yeah. But 2 wins. The first one was because of luck, because of my bad opening. I felt very good about this opening game. I felt very good. I had solid territory. Black hardly had any. I felt good about it. And this descent made it even better to attack those 2 stones. I don't know what I could have done with that stone, though. I mean, there's nothing I can do with the top. I mean, I could ignore it and just extend here. And even if black does this, I can still play this if black wants to play this. If black just wants to keep reducing me, honestly, there's just plenty that can happen. Because the middle is technically right now, the middle's worth nothing because of the open space. So all I have to do is build elsewhere. While if I did something like this, by doing this, black gains nothing. I just keep gaining. So, yeah. So,